Welcome back, folks, to more Awesomenauts. As always, this is being live streamed on my Twitch channel. There's a link in the video description if you want to go check it out and see me play this game live, as it's one of my favorite games. Boop. That was by accident. So, let's get into another match. Shall we? Boy. Let's see what happens when I click random. Who am I gonna get? What am I gonna do? That's not surprising. Oh, independent games. So interesting. Such a wonderful concept with competitiveness. Okay, so Leon and Genji. So let's go with a little Lonestar action.
There's a new sheriff in town.
And let's go live with. Let's go on with this build, which is I actually really like this build because I call it my commando build because it's meant to make it so Lonestar can solo entirely, so that Lonestar can fight by himself, but also help in team fights. And it's important to do that with every character. If you're not can't perform in every situation. Ooh, Akion, nice. If you're not can't perform in every situation, then you're gonna have some trouble with team fights.
Kick butt and chew tobacco. Spending some dinero.
Yeah, gentleman in chat just mentioned the upcoming skin for Lonestar, and I want to see what that skin really looks like, because we've been teased with it so much. Ronimo have been constantly showing it, going, "This is the new Lonestar skin." Wink, wink, nudge, nod, nudge, nudge. But we haven't seen it yet. Well, that sucks for him. And I want to see it. Darn it! Come on, Ranma. Skin. Give me the skin. I think they said they want to do promotion, which is weird, because you wouldn't exactly think of an independent company as doing promotions. But I mean, if you want people to play your game, especially since they had that Starstorm Kickstarter, which I was so glad to participate in. That's where I got my badass Leon skin. I mentioned legal reasons. I didn't know that there was a legal issue. To be honest, the skin in question looks more like something from Full Metal Jacket than from Battlefield. But I guess the resemblance is there, but I don't exactly see it myself. So the thing is, I think they wanted to do this skin. Like I said, it was meant to be a promotion. I think they wanted to do it with Battlefield. You can't exactly harp on someone for doing related art. It's kind of one of the weird laws about copyright, but art that's in a similar style isn't something that you can legally, hold back on. And not to mention, it would be horrible publicity for DICE or EA or whoever filed the claim to be attacking an independent MOBA. And like I said, this was originally meant to be a promotional, like cross-promotional skin that you got. I guess if you purchase Battlefield or something, then like if you purchase Battlefield or Call of Duty, then you'd get this skin for Awesomenauts, which in turn, if you think about just how many copies of either of those games would have been sold, that would have been a huge sudden bump in the population, and I don't think Ronimo can prepare for that in any stance. So, yep. Mel's. Yeah, I mean, if they did it as a because a Herpel, I have no idea how you pronounce that. How you pronounce the new Derpel skin's name? Like Arpel, I guess. Which was released in this most recent patch, which included team deathmatch and everything. We got a new premium skin in the form of the Pirate Derpel. So I guess in 1.26, alongside the Ted McPain beta update, they probably include it for the sake of continuity. So that's probably when they're gonna release it. So the first step in this build after the drop is, you know, if you saw the drop, it was the dynamite and solar tree, which is just meant for raw solar gaining. You know, dynamite's a great suddenly 40 damage attack, and solar tree. But then I grabbed boots and I grabbed regen. And I've talked about this before. I think I talked about it with Raylan. But raw survivability, I think, is an extremely, extremely important thing to have with all of your characters. If you can't survive with whoever it is, then you're going to have some serious trouble when it comes to mid and late game, when other people are really starting to have their builds develop, especially if they build into DPS. If you just pussyfoot around and you build, you know, kind of, I'll do this here and this here, you gotta focus on a definite part of a build. And for me, this definite focus of this build is survivability. Again, it's why I call it Commando, because I have, you know, good solo op versus alongside killing ability alongside everything else. And they are putting some serious pressure. Actually, the Raylan Coco combo is so stupidly devastating. It is so hard to counter against. God, she's focusing damage early. It doesn't help the rest of my squaddies are sucking butts right now. Oh man. Oh lord. Whew. That was almost really bad. Really? Really? That's gonna hit me? That's gonna hit me? Really? I hate that. I hate the invisible explode radius on that move. It is so stupidly annoying. God damn, dude. Yeah, of course they are. Yeah, so the guy in chat's talking about how his Vidian Spike build, which is the flying puffball, how his VNS build is, you know, focused on getting the most out of solar crab burgers, which is very true. It's one of the most unique parts about Vidian Spike is his healing mechanic. He doesn't heal in traditional sense of he has heal over time like Medican. He gets money from solar, and Solar Cloud is an ability that they introduced a couple patches ago, where when you're inside his smoke cloud, he gains solar from it. But solar crab burgers, because of solar crab burgers, because he's getting solar from or health from every solar, suddenly he's just gaining a shitload of health at the same time as gaining a shitload of solar, which is one of the fastest ways I've seen someone go from, you know, X amount of health to having a lot more than X amount of health. I've seen, you know, full clouds of players and creeps and everything else, you know, suddenly turn into, you know, like 50 health, which is a health pack in this game. In one. It is stupid to see his health suddenly shoot up, because it's like, you have to have, like, really good burst damage to take down Vidian Spike. Otherwise, you know, you're just gonna die. Because, mechanically speaking, oh, that was about to be really bad. Holy shit, that was way too close. Man, I would love it if that Leon would have invis. That would help a lot. Maybe they wouldn't see him coming so much. And that's one of the things about this game, is that invis is stupidly important on characters that can do it. Because there's only 3 people, if, you know, people can follow you up. Yep. That wasn't good for you, Chica. Sweet. A little bit of a turnaround. It feels so much better. Yes, I know to attack, you idiots. You aren't doing a very good job of it, though. And the thing is, there's only a Voltar that's going to be countering us, so we don't have to worry about it that much. And this is why I love 9 damage bullets, because suddenly their turret goes from being there to being not there.
Leave some for when I get back.
Yep, Gnaw grenades.
Spending some dinero.
Yeah, so the guy in chat's mentioning how he saw a build that's all about Gnaw's Weedlings, and yeah, Gnaw grenades. Weedling grenades is actually a really fun build that I wish I would spend more time with, because it is stupidly fun to run around as the little rat that Gnaw is. What the fuck? Where'd that 40 damage come from? To run around as Gnaw and just be sneezing grenades on people. Like I said, it is really fun to work with and to try and perfect that melee focus of Gnaw. And it's, you know, it's a sign of the good things that are to come. It's a sign of good things to come when, you know, suddenly you can develop a brand new style of build with one of your Gnaws because of how they are designed. If you can have a character that's typically a defender, and suddenly, you know, it becomes an offensive style character, while by completely changing how you play the character in the first place, that's an awesome sign. That is, one, that's indicative of crazy thought design from the community. And it's also indicative of really smart planning from the developers to allow that sort of play. That sort of genuine creativity. Why are you there? What the hell? Good lord. Yeah, they have not... No, it's also that you kind of suck. Okay, that was unfortunate. Yeah. No, it's more the Leon that's being suicidal. That guy has 8 deaths. Whew. Man, when you have 8 deaths and it's, you know, 10 minutes into a game. Ugh. Yep. Stupid amounts of feed from Leon. I got this bottom turret down. That's right, you can't catch up me. I'm just kidding, they can really catch up. Yeah, actually for those of you, God, that Coco is ripping them apart. For those of you watching on stream, if you check out my YouTube channel, you can see some of my games of Butts-Awesomenauts where I go like 17-1. I'm not kidding, 17-1. I've had games where I've gone like 22-0 though, because when people aren't prepared to fight someone like Raylan, it shows. Alright, now we're talking. Okay, that's a bunch of Bolshevik. Voltar's threatening me. Yeah, youtube.com/COZE125. I'll give you a link as soon as this match is over. Folks who are watching on YouTube, you obviously know where you are because you're watching it on my YouTube channel. But I do lots of this sort of stuff on Butts-Awesomenauts because it is easily one of my favorite games. It's one of the best independent games out there, and I think it's one of the best MOBAs out there, which is, you know, really strong to say because, you know, you have League of Legends and Dota, which League of Legends is more popular than it is anything else. But I'd say that maybe compared, with the exception of Dota, Awesomenauts is the MOBA that best knows what it wants to do. And that's kind of weird to say, because, when a game's designed, obviously you know what you want to do. But some games kind of, shift in how they approach some things, do other things. But Awesomenauts, I feel, is one of the few games I've seen in the past few years that is just like on its point of, I want to do this style of game, and I want to make sure that this thing works. Now, granted, Heroes of the Storm looks freaking awesome, and I cannot wait to see what Blizzard does. A little too late there, Leon. So, someone in chat just said that they want to see an FPS MOBA. The thing is, it's going to happen. Because of how, games love to borrow and pull from each other, and ideas get spread around. It's only a matter of time. Honestly, I can't wait to see what happens in the next 2 or 3 years as more developers have access to more things. And they look at games differently, and they apply different schools of thought. And they, good lord, these two are sucking some serious butts right now. I'm like the only positive person in the entire squad. You want to do this? You want to do this? Yes! Suck my knob, ho! That's what's up. Man, there's some serious salt in this match, and I am having none of that salt. I'm just gonna play my knots, I'm just gonna play some knots, have a little fun, and not suck some serious butts. And this Coco is gonna be gunning for me, as is that Raylan. But the thing is, I've played a shitload of Raylan, so I know how to not get gunned for. But it doesn't matter, because when the entire team wants to fight you, you can't do anything to stop them. The funny thing is, they talked about how someone was making a TF2 MOBA mod. A match of Team Fortress 2, especially like Payload Race or Payload, could be seen as a MOBA because of the long reload times and everything, and the difference in item variety. More of an Awesomenauts style MOBA than anything else. Somebody just had some major connection issues, and good lord. Wow. That's right, you better stay away. My base don't want nothing that you're doing, my friend. I know the DPS is kind of pointless because they have a Voltar, but I'll get over it. Why did you get that? It's so weird when I see people that get a specifically push-related item build. So, T800 drone on Raylan, or polymorph on Cocoon. Those are inherently push-based items, and if you don't pick them up when pushing is so crucial, really early in the game. We'd probably be in a completely different match right now if that Genji had picked up his polymorph earlier, but he didn't. And as a result, we're in a very different game where we're on the ropes or we're fast-tracking it to losing. We've managed to repulse them a couple times, which is good, but we're having trouble. I think it's more that we've managed to force them into sort of a stalemate, that it shows that these guys are actually picking their shit up. Nope! Haha! Thank you, Genji. Oh shit. Oh, I'm dead. Yep.
You have been killed.
Oh, lifesteal grenades would be nice. I don't know if these guys can defend it, though. Maybe. No. They're behind the base. We're screwed.
4, 3,
Well, this sucks. I'm having nothing but bad matches today. Good lord.
an ally has been killed.
Fast as you can.
Enemy has been killed.
Hey, nice! Someone picked up a counter kill. But the Voltar's back. Luckily, Coco seems to be decidedly half-assed when it comes to fighting me directly. Prick. Come on, you little coward. Fight me like a real man. Come here! I want to suck your blood! Man. An auto attack on, Hey! Nice! Good pickup there, Suck some butts! Damn it! Come the fuck on! Oh man, I am not gonna be playing Clunk. I am a terrible Clunk. This game went so horribly wrong. Oh my god. Ugh. I played so bad. Oh, I apologize so much for that game, ladies and gentlemen. It's inevitable. Oh well. But I suppose that's the way games go, and I'll see all of you in the next video.